to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
Bdot, baby.
Hello. What's going on? Episode 78.
Yes,
We're fucking
sir.
here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big 7-8.
15. Put them together, that's 15, right? And then you get that together, that's 6. 6 is a good number.
6 is a good
That's a good number. It's another one of those good ones.
That's what's up.
Yep. So I don't know if anybody's noticed, but Bdot lost a little weight over this last week.
Yeah, man. Ozempic, man.
You on that new thing?
The Ozempic, man.
Everybody's on that right now, right?
Oh, yeah, man. Try it out.
Now, Bdot,
yeah.
Bdot had other commitments he had to do and just didn't work out in the schedule. So we got our man Rich Blakk in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do? ING.
So we will do this episode with Intox and Rich Blakk, a.k.a. almost Bdot.
Right.
So, yeah, appreciate you being able to come through and help us out with this.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for having me again. It's
I know, right?
my third episode feature.
Fourth, I think.
Fourth?
Might be the fourth.
Oh, you're right.
Did you do an early one? You did an early one with us, right?
You're right. It was.
And then 57 or something, and then 75, and then 78. Here we are.
Yeah, you're right.
You never know.
Cool.
You never know how it's going to come together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think Mr. Prim might have the most. No, 5, because because you were 75, but Prim was on there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think y'all are neck and neck. Like the most. Y'all have dropped in the most episodes for the most part. We'd have to look at it, but it's probably neck and neck.
For sure.
He might have 5.
Right.
He might have 5 though.
Yeah.
But I don't, because he did one of these before you did. So now you have one of these. We did the Congressman takeover.
Right.
Yeah.
I just hope I be a good fulfillment, man. That's all, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're good. That's why I say it's the reason why it's cool. Like I probably could have sat here and did it myself, right?
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I was like, hey, if all else fails, I gotta do it myself. I gotta get it done.
Right, an extended rant.
Right. And that's what people were like, is it just going to be one big rant?
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. Never really had to do it. So we're going to see. Sure. But now I have a few topics and things we can get into, obviously. No, sure. You know how we do here in Awkward Intelligence.
Yeah, because intelligence is awkward.
Yeah, and there's a lot out there right now.
Exactly.
There's a lot out there happening right now.
I've been out the loop, so I'm trying to learn something new.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, before this show, I was, just giving them the prep like we do to just make sure we're on the right pages and we move forward and we get it going. Our little warm up and shit. And I was like, man, we're going to probably play this game called have you heard about this? And we'll just chat about it. Like that's pretty much how this game goes. Yeah. It's not, you know how it is.
I mean, it's usual.
Yeah, the
shit
usual,
anyway,
right.
So.
And it's like either you heard about it or you haven't, but it's like, you know what I mean? That's the idea. This show is to enlighten and bring things forward and say, oh, shit, you haven't heard about that. Well, look into it,
Right.
Look into it then. See what you think. What do you, what things, it's like everybody out there, just like we tell everybody, just because we say certain things, I don't know.
Right.
I'm taking it from the sources I'm taking it from and bringing it to y'all. Exactly. I'm looking up a little bit of it, and redoing my research. And so I'm not just willy-nilly throwing it out here. But based on my research, these are the things I want to talk about, and these are the things I want to bring to light. The biggest one is, we should be more outraged in general that we know at this point they've lied to us about a lot of different things.
For sure.
But the biggest one is our children. They've been fucking with our children for a long fucking time.
Yes, sir.
That's the biggest lie. That's the biggest thing we should be fucking angry about, really angry about. All of us.
I agree.
You know what I mean? That's the biggest one. Yeah, they lied about, COVID and these other bullshits and the masking and da-da-da. Okay, yeah, did it affect us that much? Like personally, probably not. The world, yeah, a lot. But most of us personally, no. But the children, that's everything. You know what I mean? That's the biggest one. That's the one I really want to get across to just everybody. Is if you don't ever believe anything else I fucking say, you know what I mean? Right. Is know that that's some real shit. You know what I mean? Like, why would our children just disappear? Where do they go? You know what I mean? Right. Now we're finding out.
No, for sure.
Bomb droppers.
Yep. That's why they did that little Disney documentary and all that shit. Yep.
Right.
It's slowly coming out.
Yep. Exactly. Coming out for the people who need to see it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Some people just need that extra, and that's a big thing. I just do that in a rant. I think this will be Thursday this week. The rant that comes out this week should have been, y'all see it, it's going to be on our 5 senses. I think it is.
Oh, okay. And
so I'm like, and it goes into that, right? And so it's like, we're navigating this world with our senses, and we're thinking that we have to see it to believe it. But really, we're fucking blind. Yeah. There's a lot of shit we just can't see. But you can
see.
Or don't want to see, right? Yep. But you can feel it. You know, you have the intuition, you have the clairvoyance, you have the other senses. You know what I mean? Like we don't think about that, where we're always like, I gotta see it. It's like, nah, man, you don't feel that shit. Right. You know what I mean? Like that shit just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like that's a different fucking idea. Because we all know that they can fake shit, deep fakes and stuff. They can make people say things they ain't say. So why is seeing believing really? You know what I mean? Like that's, I think, the biggest part we got to understand. It's not always seeing to believe.
Right.
It's understanding and knowing and building that process into yourself of taking all your senses, not just your 5. Right. It's all your senses and going, does this fucking feel right in whatever way that is? You know, and if it's the astral, if it's a dream, if it's a fucking, you know what I mean? All that shit. And it'll just talk to you, I think. I think that's,
I feel you. Yeah, it's deep.
So, that was one of the first things I wanted to talk about anyways, you know what I mean? Got right into it. See, I didn't even think about it.
Right.
Pulled ourselves right into it. That was one of the topics I wanted to talk about anyways. Just reaffirming things like that for people, you know, just saying, if they saw the rant and then they see the show and then I'm talking about the same things over and over and I'm trying to hit these points, you know, just hit the points and just, you know, and it's all freestyling.
Right.
You know, it's like we talked about something I don't know if I've talked about
no notes and nothing.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if I've talked about it on the show, but like, I'm not a big freestyler when it comes to music. I just never have been. I'll do it here and there. You know, a lot of people have seen me do it. I've done it over the years. I've done it on albums. I've done it on songs and I've talked about it, but I'm just not a big freestyler. And I think, what I come to realize is that when you're freestyling, it's so fast that I don't get to think about my thought enough. You know what I mean? And so like, I feel like I'm just saying a bunch of dumb shit. Right. That's just how I feel. So I'm like, I don't even like doing it like that.
I got you.
Personally, that's just a personal feeling.
Yeah. No, it took a while for me to get comfortable to throw away the pad and just start going off the brain. Right. But no, it's definitely a skill. It's definitely a good skill. It's definitely a crazy idea. Yeah, I'm into definitely.
It. But when it comes to like this kind of shit, these are thoughts I'm pulling in and putting together and doing it, you know, listening to different podcasts and shows and stuff. And so I have all that information just flowing in my head and it's all putting itself together like in its puzzle pieces, you know? And so then I can come on the show and then instead of it all just swirling around, I start focusing it in and I just start spitting it out.
That's what I was getting to.
So that's my freestyle. But it's because I've let it swirl for a second and now I'm freestyling it back out.
And that's kind of how I do it too. Like when it comes to the music.
Right. And maybe I needed to learn this part of it to get to that part. It's just a different way I got there. Everybody has different ways, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So that, you know,
like,
revelation, you know what I mean? Maybe I needed to learn this extra piece to go, wait a minute, why can't I just apply that back this way?
Right. No, you can.
You know what I mean? So maybe that's what I needed to
say.
Thing.
Like you thinking of it as a timing thing.
Right.
Pace yourself.
Right.
With it.
You got to pace your own self, right?
Exactly.
I got you.
Like some people like to have the microphone like right next to them recording. I leave it in the booth. take my time walking in there. Now I mean, I'm gathering my thoughts.
Go back in, pop a thought. Psh, go back in, pop a thought. Move around. Take a smoke.
Exactly.
I got you. It's a process, and so it's the
I
way.
don't rush it.
Right. You're not just sitting there just. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not that guy who wants to go in there and like drop a beat and just.
Right.
I'm just not that guy. But I'm with you on that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah,
action.
I can't freestyle on that type of level yet.
Right.
I might can give you 4 bars on a freestyle and then stop right there and then punch back in. But
right.
I'm not flowing straight though.
Exactly.
I'm not that nice.
Right.
I don't think no artist is that nice.
Right. To just one take it every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just straight up. Yeah. So have you seen The Sun?
The Sun?
Yeah. You looked at The Sun lately? Like thought about it?
Honestly, I haven't.
Noticed that it's even the same color as it was as a kid, all those different things?
Honestly, I haven't.
No. A lot of people
too busy trying to hide from the sun, trying to stay cool, but I haven't even really looked up.
Right. I got you. I haven't really that much either, but you know what I mean? I do here and there. And then all the Intel channels are talking about different things, and they're talking about that ever since, over the last couple of years or whatever, the sun changed. And it went from a certain hue, like remember it used to be more like orange, yellow type. Yeah. Now it's like white. It's like a white type light. Yeah, it just looks different. Everybody's been saying this for a little while. Crazy. It's like over like the last year or two or something like that, somewhere in there it flipped. One of the, whatever energy's coming in flipped it or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Bill Gates supposedly tried to come up with some type of plan to mask the sun.
Right, exactly. And they're trying to do that to stop the light codes coming in and stuff like that, or to delay it, and all these different things. What can they do?
So
they can't stop
playing a part.
Yeah.
But I haven't really noticed it. That light, that's crazy.
Right. So that's what people are saying, right? So the newest thing is ever since the April 8th eclipse, we know that was some crazy shit because where was the moon? We never actually saw the moon, but we saw a dark figure, right? So everybody at the time was talking about it wasn't actually the moon, it was the black sun. The black sun was crossing, and then it exchanged energy with it to give us the new light codes. And so now the newest thing that's going on is it's pulsating. Every 4 seconds they can see it. Poof, poof, it does an extra pulse every 4 fucking seconds. It's just pulsing. The sun, you can look at it, and if you put it with the right, like if you put it to like a welding mask or something where you can look at the sun, you'll see it, and it'll just do poof.
So that's crazy.
Every 4 seconds, it's just fucking pulsate. And you're like, what the fuck? So everybody's tripping on that. They're like, yo, the fucking sun's doing some weird shit right now. Like
I mean, but that should be conducting its own little firestorms and all that crazy shit.
Right, and that's why it's throwing a lot of X flares and things right now, right? A lot of flares are popping out of it, right?
Yeah.
So all of that's playing into this whole light code situation. It's upgrading us. It's pumping more information faster into us. It's
trying to.
It's that. That's why we feel like shit's moving faster. It's pumping us more faster, and that's why we're having the aches and the pains and the stomach issues and the fucking it's like headaches, all these different things. A lot of these things, they try to teach us we're fucking allergies and this and that and that, but it's just us upgrading.
Right.
We've been upgrading this whole time since you've been alive. Right. You was upgrading, but you was doing it in increments because it's been over all these years. It's been doing it until now. It's like really fucking pushing us, and that's why we're going through the shit we're going through. Right. You know what I mean? A lot of this was it was already planned. They knew this was coming. That's why they've been doing the shit they've been doing. Yep. You know what I mean? They only had a set amount of time to get us into their timeline, which is the biblical timeline. They wanted us to fall back into that shit. Oh, we're slaves. We're going to run away. We're going to be free so that they can just go capture us again.
Right. Crazy.
Because that's the fucking deal. You know what I mean?
Set that control
right,
all
and then
over
they
again.
and then they just go, okay, we'll leave you alone for a little bit. Okay, now we're back. You know what I mean? We're just going to capture you again and do another fucking 1,000 years on your ass.
Crazy.
Or whatever the fucking cycle is. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we've caught it this time. We're coming out of that shit. We're walking out of that shit. That's what all this is. And so it's upgrading us to a point of where we're going to get that knowledge and that shit, and we're going to be like, okay, we're back. We're back, baby.
Right.
And then we're going to move into that golden age. We just got to snap out of this fucking matrix, but they got a strong hold on us.
They do. They definitely do. Because I was lost for a minute.
Right.
For a minute.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's the kind of crazy shit that's going on out there.
Yeah, a lot of people still don't even know we in a matrix.
Right. And you know something I was thinking about driving on the way here is I was like, everybody wants us to go, we're not, how can any of this be real? UFOs and 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 stuff in the skies. We're all in our own little spaceships right now. Those cars are spaceships. Yeah. They're their own version of a little spaceship. Yeah. It just doesn't go in the air. It just rides on roads. Right. Just like a train, a monorail. They're all spaceships of their own making. Yeah. Airplanes. They're all spaceships. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bomb droppers. They're all spaceships. That's what we don't get. We're just thinking, you know what I mean? And then, like we've talked about on the show before, most of this technology, this is stuff we can do. Mm-hmm. But they're trying to make us think we can't by giving it to us. By going, no, it's right here. Right. It's outside of you. Right. No, it's in here. Mm-hmm. But this is how we don't remember. Is because they keep giving us stuff to make us forget. Yeah. Right. But most of this shit, we can do all this. We don't need wires. We don't need electricity. All this stuff can be done. Mm-hmm. But they're holding it from us. That's the hidden technologies. Yep. Those are the things they've been hiding from us. It's proven fact that there's a fucking, I think it's an executive order of some sort or something like that. I have to remember. I'll look this up or whatever again. Mm-hmm. That says that the military can step in and seize your technology for national security reasons and nothing else. So that's what they've been doing. That's why they say, a guy made a water car in the 80s, but he was killed. Or, he's mysteriously died and then we don't know what happened to his shit. Yeah. Because they went in and took his shit, and when they wouldn't let him take it, they killed him and then said he mysteriously died and then took his shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was like, and then that's why we don't know nothing about that water car he made. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because with Terrence Howard's new shit, remember? Mm-hmm. He was talking about the Terrence Howard shit.
Yeah, I still didn't watch that.
Yeah. He's talking about how when those elements are spiraling, right? When they hit certain points, that point also coincides with a point above it. Mm-hmm. They kind of like jump in duplicates. Right. So depending on where you're at in there, certain ones go with certain ones, right? So he explains it that way, and he's like, that's the relationship they have. And he goes, so if you take oxygen, or what is it? H2O, water. Mm-hmm. You take water, it has oxygen in it. Mm-hmm. But its oxygen's opposite is like beryllium or something like that. If you take that and you add it to oxygen, it immediately splits them. Mm-hmm. Oh, so you know about this. Look at this shit. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is this real science, folks? Am I talking some real shit? Look, he already knew what was up.
Yeah. I got a little idea about it.
Right.
I know a little bit about a lot.
Right. So exactly. But see, so take that idea, right? Mm-hmm. You put a machine together. It ain't gotta be that very big, probably, right? Whatever machine you could create to create that idea, to separate. Right. And then have two tubes. Oxygen, out, free, gone. Right. Hydrogen, out the other tube, right? But the thing is you take the hydrogen and you take it to your engine. Mm. So instead of gasoline, it's hydrogen. And hydrogen burns stronger, but burns clean. Mm-hmm. Because it turns into vapor. Right. That's all it is. Right. It's vapor. Mm-hmm. Just like the oxygen out the other side. Vapor. Mm-hmm. Gone. Nothing. So you create that, and now you got a water car running on the same thing that you have now, an engine, but it's using hydrogen instead of fucking gasoline and burning fucking dirty. What's wrong with that? Right. That's beautiful.
Mass production.
Right. We should have that shit long time ago. Mm-hmm. Oil industry. Yeah. Fucking was like, no siree.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And has been fucking hiding that shit ever since. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. And it's like, how do we not see this?
They want us to need them.
Right. Exactly. Bomb droppers.
That's all it is. That's all how I was always going to try to be.
I knew this show was going to be epic. That's it.
Until we jump over that
That's
hurdle.
The Matrix. Yeah. They've created a matrix of things where we need them. Yep. So we think we do because it's the only world they're giving us. Yep. But if they gave us all the choices, we wouldn't choose them.
Exactly. That's why they chopped the female trees and all that shit around. Yeah.
Boom. See what I'm saying? Yeah, that's something we talked about. Right. They said in the cities, they took all the female trees out because the males give off the pollen. But if they don't have a female tree to give it off to,
it's just gonna be.
Then it's everywhere. Just they're good. Like it doesn't create no problem. The fruit doesn't fall. All this bullshit, right? They, it's like we could have had free fruit, right? Just hanging in our fucking streets. But yeah. So then the problem is all that pollen becomes into us, and that's why we have fucking problems. Exactly. Because that pollen has nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
If you had female trees, there'd be no pollen. The female trees soak that shit up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. That's why out in the country you see that. You still see fucking fruit just hanging and shit, chilling. You can just walk up and get a fucking
you don't
peach.
see no more random fruit trees around no more. I used to see little crab apple trees.
Yeah.
All types of
shit. Yeah, not in
the
cities. Not in the cities, man. They took all that shit out.
No more.
Unless you put it in your own backyard. You got to put it in your own backyard or whatever. Try to keep that shit rocking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Used to see snake berries. I don't really see those no more either.
Yeah, like growing up, I had a fig tree in the backyard. I think a buddy of mine had a peach tree. My grandma had pecan trees, so we used to pick pecans and eat those all the time, straight off the ground, bring them in. She'd make pies and shit.
I ain't
do
never seen
different
a
things.
pecan tree.
Yeah, down in San Antonio, man. The pecan trees that'd be your whole backyard. Oh, wow. One big ass fucking pecan tree, and it would just rain them bitches. For real? You could just go pick up piles of them constantly.
I know squirrels used to love your backyard.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, but they were everywhere. Yeah. Everyone had them. You know what I'm saying? Everyone had them. They were all over the place. So, like, yeah, it was a fucking plethora of shit. Like, there was no problems. Crazy. There was enough for them. Everybody could eat. Right. Right. We didn't trip on that. Like, used to be like, yeah, take a few. Get a few more, buddy.
Right.
All right. Then I'm going to go out. Because we just go out to as kids, pull our shirt up.
Right.
And just fucking toss them in off the ground. Just pick them up off the ground. They be on the ground. Just toss them in, put them in, and then just start just chilling. Cracking them, talking shit, hanging at the house, whatever.
Crazy.
And just do all that stuff as kids, man. We just hanging. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes we bag them up. See what I'm saying? We was hustlers, man. Sometimes you bag them up and go sell them for 50 cents.
Right.
Because people didn't want to pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Some people didn't want to pick them up. We go sell them in the neighborhood. Convenient. 50 cents. We might make $5. You know what I mean?
50-cent convenience fee.
Right. I picked them up and I put them in a bag for you. You know what I'm saying? Look, give them a little fucking, Ziploc. Right. So yeah, all kinds of shit like that, man. I think
they inconvenience us, but then charge us a convenience fee.
Right. That's what this world is. We pay for everything now. Pay for everything. When you know what I mean? And then some things, like I said, some things have been good to pay for over the years. Like now you can have food brought to you. You know what I mean? And some people need that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's that's something that people can take advantage of. Not everybody has to use it. Right. But for it to be available is great. No, it's a great option.
Definitely. COVID made a lot of people lazy.
Right. That's the part. That's what it is. It made us more lazy. But that's what we got to learn is that's what some of us from. And then some of us, it gave us more time to do shit like this.
Oh, for sure.
Get more knowledge out, get more things, do more research, learn about our world, really fucking think about what's going on around here.
You know? For sure.
So some of it did that too, which is cool.
Also woke a lot of people up.
Right, exactly. That's when a lot of people started waking up. Yeah. It was right at that time.
Yeah. Because that shit could have been stopped.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
If like I said, they're trying to do it again this year. They're trying to. I'm sure. The playbook's still out there. They keep trying to throw the little plays in. Yeah. But if you notice, none of it's taken. Everybody's like, get the fuck out of here. Right. Yeah, because the whole fucking thing is do not comply. What do you have to comply for? They don't control us. We control them. You know what I mean? Right. That's what we. That's what we. That's
the masses.
It's one of the biggest things we learned from that. Was like we make the rules. We don't have to give a fuck what they say. You know what I mean? Right. We don't. So that's the biggest one too that we've learned is to stand up for ourselves a little bit. Take back that control. Right. We gave it up. We did. We definitely did.
I was saying this online yesterday. I said it's more beta males than it is alphas.
Right. So they're going to comply. They're going to comply. But that's why they need people to stand up and say some shit.
Because a lot of females been saying, a lot of men been in a soft era and all this other shit. Oh, this is the soft era.
Right. We're coming back out of it now.
I'm like, hold on. It's always been more beta males than alphas.
In general, there's always going to be, right?
And that's why we can't really take lead.
Well, over the past 10 years, they was chopping us down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They was trying to call us toxic and all these different things. You know, toxic masculinity, when that's actually a fucking oxymoron. You know what I mean? Because a masculine man is not toxic whatsoever. You know what I mean? He's going to protect his family. He's going to protect those around him. He's going to, you know what I mean? He's going to protect. That's a masculine man. He's going to speak up. He's going to say when things are wrong, when things need fixing. You know what I mean? But a toxic man who thinks he's masculine is going to be a wife beater. Is going to, is going to do all these different things. Is going to be a nuisance in the neighborhood.
All that.
You know what I'm saying? It just create. That's the toxic. But people have mistaken that for masculinity. And it's like, no, that's just fucking an insane asylum. That's what that is. Sure. You know what I mean? It's like, because masculine men take care of their shit. And that's what most of the world is. But they'll have you think we're mostly toxic men out here. If it was mostly toxic men out of here, we would have destroyed ourselves years ago. You know what I mean? The masculine men are the only ones holding this fucking thing together right now. Bomb droppers. You know what I mean? We're the only ones holding it still. We're still got that little bit of grip on it for them to not fully take fucking over. You know what I mean? So, and we're pulling it back very quickly right now. It's coming back. You know what I mean? It's coming back. So it's swinging back in our direction for us to do more and be better. You know, people are listening again. They're starting to understand that idea that those are two different things, and that it was pushed like that on purpose to confuse us. That's what all this is. It's a psyop. It's a fucking psyop. We got to, and we're getting better at seeing it. We're getting better seeing through it and seeing it really quickly, especially like stuff with like the. Even with the local stuff, you know what I mean? The bridge getting collapsed. Right. Nobody's talking about it no more. Who's a good fuck? You know what I mean? It's over. They're cleaning it up, whatever. What's happening with it? Nobody's saying nothing.
Right. Got money.
Right. They got the insurance money, and Biden's on TV talking about the taxpayers will pay for it.
Of course. Who else?
Business as usual. Yep. He told you exactly what's happening, and you didn't give a fuck. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, where's the outrage? You know what I mean?
You won't hear nothing else about it.
Yeah, but they want to be so mad about this other bullshit out there, Who's doing this and the fucking celebrity things? What fucking Robert De Niro is saying about Trump? Who gives a fuck?
I seen that too.
We're worried about that.
Caught me off guard, but that was funny.
We're worried about that. Everybody's all up in arms about De Niro and his fucking ideas.
Right. Like, who is he?
Right. He's one of them. As you can see. He showed you.
Right. It's crazy.
And then that segues right in. What about Trump? 34 felonies.
Crazy.
And everybody's still going to vote for him.
Of course. More
people are going to vote for him now. A lot of people that day said he has just won the election today. Today solidified it. And everybody's up in arms, right? Because they're going, wait a minute, there is no rule. It doesn't say you can't vote in a felon. There's no rule against that. It doesn't say it.
But you can't vote as a felon.
But you can't vote as a felon, right? That's the other half of it.
It's crazy.
As a felon, you can't vote, but you can be voted in.
You can be voted in. The world we live in.
And I'm guessing if you're voted in, does that automatically pardon you? How the fuck does that work?
I don't even think he can pardon himself from the shit, but yeah.
How would that work? You see what I'm saying? Like,
that's wild, man. The rules.
But here's something I'm thinking about, right? Just I'm doing the devil's advocate here, right? So everybody's going Trump, right? They're on the Trump train now, right? Or whatever. This is all making sense, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, he's got it," right? What if he's the Antichrist?
I was thinking that.
They say he's going to make everybody think he can fix all their fucking problems. Yeah. That's what he's doing right now. He's making you think he can fix all your fucking problems. Yep. The immigration, you know what I mean? All the taxes and all this. It's the politician.
A lot of people believe he's going to be the last president.
Right. But I'm just saying. Or he's leading you down a path that they're trying to lead you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Are they falling for it? Are we falling for it? Is it a psyop? That's all I'm saying. Think about it.
Right.
There's more going on.
They said Barack was the Antichrist.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're going to try and call him on it, but he's doing the exact same thing. But they called Barack Obama on it. But we know for sure he was an evil dude at this point. We know that. You know what I mean? But like everybody still thinks Trump's the good guy. They're still believing he's the pure good guy. Yeah. He's the Messiah. They didn't want Obama to be the Messiah. They wanted Trump to be the Messiah. That's what they're all. See what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just thinking about it from the other side. Like, maybe he's the Antichrist. He's the one trying to gather everybody to just like that final fucking, push. That's I don't know. Yeah. This is a crazy fucking world we live in, man. There's so much to think about when it comes to shit like that. It's like
because he stayed wheezing his little way.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had so many charges pressed against him, and a lot of them he didn't dodge. But
yeah, just like everybody else. You know what I mean? That's why I said it. Because I go, because they're like, oh, he's a convicted felon. I'm like, yeah, the other ones just aren't convicted. They're all felons too.
They're all felons, yeah.
They all felons too. They just ain't convicted. So I get you. He's the first conviction, but they all doing it. They're all doing it.
Crazy thing is the politicians probably committing more crimes than regular civilians out here.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
I'm telling you.
They create the rules so that we're liable, not them. The rules don't apply to them. Yeah. That's what they don't want us to know. Is it's a two fucking system. It's a two justice systems.
Right.
There's two justice systems. There's their justice system and our justice system.
Right.
And we see how their justice system always lets them go.
Right.
They
automatically get paid defense attorneys and all that shit.
Right. Right. They have all the benefits and get to reap all the benefits. We get none of the benefits and all of the blame. What is that?
Zoom court dates.
Right. Right. What the fuck, man? Like, yeah, it's just every time you look, every corner you look, you're like, fuck, what is this? Fuck, what is this? Right. Like, so much shit to dodge.
Right.
It's what makes you want to just sit in your fucking house and not deal with anything.
That's what a lot of people
like. I just want to sit right here and I don't want to deal with nothing. No. I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do me, and that's it. And grow my food and do my shit. It's like I don't want to fucking deal with none of that shit out
there. Come back out in a year.
Right. Yeah, I'm fucking close. No, I'm fucking close, man. Just being like fuck it all and just hibernate for a while. Just be like, I'm not gonna do nothing.
Right.
Sit in the house. I can go drive out and get food, come back, whatever, cook, whatever. Right. Ain't gotta go nowhere and do nothing. To the grocery store. That's all I gotta do.
Right.
Shades
on, hoping nobody see me.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
No, for real.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's now you understand why people get that feeling of like, man, I just want to go get a log cabin and just fucking chill.
And it's crazy because
there ain't nobody out there,
Right. Back in the day, everybody used to want to be outside.
Right. Exactly.
Now we want to stay in.
Yeah. Because we want to stay away from the bullshit. The outside's all bullshit now. Yeah. Right. It's like I just want to sit on my porch and just not worry about y'all.
Hey. All right. Let me know when it's over.
Right. Right. Don't come over here with your bullshit. But yeah, man, that's why I says we're going back there. That's what's crazy is we are kind of reverting a lot. We're reverting and pulling ourselves back to that's why we're that's why we're thinking about it. Some of us like Gen Xers and different people in those eras that are close or whatever, we remember a lot of that old shit. And so we're like yearning for it now. Like, why the fuck did I start doing all this shit when I could have just been doing that? It's like, that's how we be looking at it. And so it's just interesting that everybody feels like that right now. Yeah. That's got to be something to that. There's got to be more to that I'm just not seeing. And man, it's not meant for me yet. Right. But we're talking about it, so I'm thinking about it, which means eventually it'll come to me. I'll figure it out. Yeah. The part that I need to know, for whatever. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's all those things just intertwine like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a weird world.
Mm-hmm. ready to play a
Trying
song?
to maneuver through it. Sure, man. Let's play some exclusives.
Play a song. Yeah. How about we got a new song by Rich Blakk.
Hey.
Was it Drakes and K's? Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay,
so version.
Yeah, so you released a version already, though, right?
Yeah, I did it.
There's a version you released already?
I think I dropped it the same week they had that little beef.
Right. Just trying to catch the wave, right?
Yeah, a little something. Yeah.
Well, we're here to continue that wave.
Right. No, for sure.
So, we're going to play this one. And this is a different mixed version. So, let's see what we got going on here.
By the infamous Intox.
All I need is the bread. If you see the big flush, you know they like. It's cool if I'm wrong, but then nobody right. See me by myself, they think nobody like. Think I'm a devil, cause I'm scared I hide. I just drink at the party, it might have been spite. I bring my own gas, I got my own light. You see me chasing the cash, I got it in sight. Ball in my hand, I treat it like Mike. No Jordan or Jackson, but I got it like Mike. Play with it, cause you know it ain't safe. Curious, drugs ain't surviving a plate. Shooters ain't leaving no trace when they come with the drink. How you can't spillin' drinks on your face. Even my tracks are here for it. Feels like a dance and explore it. It could be 6:16 in the morning. I'ma be chopping the bread like the North. I'm about to cook up, so I tell them push up. I'm cooking with gas and y'all making hookups. Counting the cash and cooking the book up. Drugs in the safe and it got ass shook up. I keep it G, so I got it on lock. You can meet grams, so you can meet shots. I'm aiming the K, on point like a dot. I slide with a Drake, you to see a lot. And I like us, cause they get shot. Are you safe in seas with a little yacht? Bumble clot, your blood apply. Your family mad, offend me not. All I need is the bread. If you see the beam flush, you know they like. It's cool if I'm wrong, but then nobody right. See me by myself, they think nobody like. Think I'm a devil, cause I'm scared I hide. I just drink at the party, it might have been spite. I bring my own gas, I got my own light. You see me chasing the cash, I got it in sight. Ball in my hand, I treat it like Mike. No Jordan or Jackson, but I got it like Mike. Play with it, cause you know it ain't safe. Curious, drugs ain't surviving a plate. Shooters ain't leaving no trace when they come to the drink. How you can't spillin' drinks on your face. For the best, yeah, I mean it. Do for the luck, cause I need it. So I'm shit right, so seen it. My little baby, a secret. Call me the truth, so you keep it. Okay, I touch so lies if you leak it. I swear this love is so deep, it's so weakness. It's day free, but it's the cheapest. Shorty snap back like a gator. I'm tryna map out some paper. Telling her friends the DB so major. Just D for minus, consent with my beta. How can I turn out the paper? I put the key in the auto to fade. If I raise the case, not 4 ways. For all my dogs, cause I'm the savior.
There we go. Rich Blakk, Drakes and K's. That'll be coming out. That was a Tox mix, by the way. Didn't want to give it away right up front. But yeah. So I got a little mix on that one. We've been working on that one after he dropped the first one. He wanted to get it out there and get that wave going. And then we got in there and we did a little work to it, made it a little cooler, and and got a good version that we're going to put out as a second version. So it'll be cool. We'll go from there. But thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Definitely. Let me know how y'all like that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what are you thinking? A couple more weeks? Another month before that drops? What do you think?
I might just randomly drop that.
Just
sometime.
Be on the lookout.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
At IMG Rich Blakk, right? What's your underscore? I'll put it on the screen.
I'll be forgetting.
Yeah, we'll drop it on this. I'll drop it on the screen.
All right, I appreciate you.
No problem. Because it'll throw it in with the song. You know what I mean?
All right. Just follow the music page, man. Rich Blakk, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Music,
YouTube, everywhere. Yeah, man.
All right, let's see what else we got going on. We talked about Trump. Oh, did y'all hear about that bank explosion like a week ago?
Bank explosion.
Like
Where?
it was in Youngstown, Ohio.
I heard
a random bank just all of a sudden exploded.
I didn't hear about it. I mean,
you heard about it, but you
I
didn't
dig into it.
I didn't think nothing of it specifically. I immediately was like, that's suspicious. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought. That's suspicious. And then I was thinking, I didn't know how to connect it. I wasn't thinking of how to connect it to anything. But over the last week or so, I've heard a few things. So, like, one of them is that they're doing underground operations, and some of these tunnels lead back up into banks and different things. So when they explode out, it's because they're doing something underground. There may have been an explosion nearby underground, and it leaked out somewhere that they didn't know. You know what I mean?
They didn't have it on video
because they're doing the tunnels. Yeah, there's like a video that they show that's from the outside of the bank, looking at the bank, and you see the whole bank just go, just blows out, just from the inside. You can see it from the inside. It blows out, and you're just like, oh shit, you know. So it's something inside. They claim that it's a gas leak, but how many gas leaks can we have? Because this is like a lot of them in the last 6 months.
Anything go missing?
Right. So we don't know all that, but that's part of the other intel I've heard. That Diddy has had some shit in there, so it helps him out. That was one thing I heard was that's the bank he uses, so that might be hiding some money or something, and boosh, gone, right? So that's one thing that's out there. Like I said, the underground stuff was another thing, that things are happening underground that we don't understand, in the tunnels and shit.
Right. I just wasn't expecting that.
But that's another one. Because it is in Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I mean, or does it? That's why you gotta look into it, folks.
Funny.
These are just things I'm hearing. That's all I'm saying.
Too funny.
It's underground works, or Diddy had something to go.
Did he?
FBI was involved. You know what I'm saying?
Did he do it or did he not?
Yeah, we don't. 50, where you at?
Right. Shout out to 50, man.
Put it out. Put it out.
No, for sure.
Let's start that campaign.
Right. No, for sure.
You heard it here first, folks. Awkward Intelligence. Put that out.
No, for sure.
See how we're so worried about that? You know what I mean? It's just funny that we, you know what I mean? Everybody just would love that.
Right.
That'd be so awesome. But it just
They'll say Youngstown.
Yeah.
Diddy's bank.
I'm guessing that's the only way people were putting it together. It was like,
funny.
because Young's in the name.
Right.
They were like, that was Diddy's bank. That was Diddy's bank.
Hilarious.
Quick, man. This motherfuckers are quick out there, man. I'm telling you.
That's funny.
So those are the connections, think that. But it's the same thing like we've talked on the show. Is a lot of times when these things happen like that, bridges collapse, banks blow up. Poultry factories just going up in flames. It's operations that are happening that we don't even understand right now. Right. We're not being told. We don't need to know at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's happening silently per se, even though we're seeing it as destruction. But it's a lot of it we were saying is that's the surface, and then it's the takedown that's happening. You don't even realize what the takedown was before that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that the destruction of that could be because it's bad shit. Something we don't need to be dealing with. So they'd rather burn that poultry than let it even get out into our food supply. You know what I mean? Or or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know how they had a mass deaths on these cows a year ago or some shit. You know what I mean?
I was just hearing something about the daggone tilapia.
Yeah.
Had a fucking outbreak of fucking herpes.
Oh, is that Walmart shit?
I don't even remember.
They were talking about Walmart had some great value brand that they were gonna start to ban or something because it had like hepatitis B in it or some shit.
They said the fucking fish tested for fucking herpes and chlamydia.
What? Holy shit! I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, I just heard that shit today. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know how old that video was, but I seen like 2 videos they was talking about. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I don't even eat tilapia like that.
No, I don't either. And then the great value, I don't buy that. I don't go to Walmart and shop like that.
I don't really go to
So yeah, I'm like, I don't get any great value products, so I don't even fuck with that. But I mean, I guess I should. Well,
I go to Walmart.
We're telling you guys
but
now.
the
If you have great value products, watch out.
food. Right.
I'm look into it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to always scare everybody with shit. But here's the thing. It's just it's up to you. You feel what you need to do. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, everything's got something in it. You know what I mean? We have to believe that. Right. That everything it's processed. We understand that anything processed at this point is not good for us no matter what.
Man.
You know what I mean? No matter what.
I just looked up ingredient that was in ice cream.
I'm drinking coconut water. And I don't even, come on, I'm believing them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, I was eating ice cream the other day.
Right.
And I looked up an ingredient. I think it was called titanium something. I'm like, what the fuck? The name just sounded crazy and shit. I'm like, why in the hell is this in there?
Yeah.
So when I looked it up, they said that it's toxic if you inhale it.
What?
It's like a powder.
Right.
It's like a powder, but if you put it in food, it's edible.
Right. Because our bodies are built to handle most of this shit. But it's when we continue to just push it down our throats, it builds up. Right. It builds up as tumors. Tumors are saving us. The tumors are collecting it and keeping it in one spot and not letting it attack.
Don't know how to release it.
Right. What happens is, what they do is they go in for a biopsy, right? Mm-hmm. When they go in for that biopsy, they have to go with a pin or needle, shoot into it, extract some of it to figure out how toxic it is. Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But what that's doing is now creating a pinprick in it that releases it. And it starts to release those toxins back into your body. And then all of a sudden, your cancer is aggressive. That's what's happening, folks. They're fucking us up with these biopsies. They need to learn how to just remove the fucking tumor, because that's where everything is. And if you remove it, your body will repair itself, right, because it was trying to save itself by putting everything there. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So is that also how they detect if it's benign?
Yes. But they have to poke it. Every time they poke it, it creates a fucking release.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. When you think about it, that's exactly what's happening. You know?
It's just like a boil.
Right.
Like when it pop and all that stuff shoot out, if it doesn't come all the way out, it'll infect again.
Right.
Then you got to get it popped again. You know what I mean? So you got to release all.
It's trying to release itself, right?
Yeah.
But at that point, your body's protecting you from it. Mm-hmm. It's trying to keep it all in one spot. It's like every time you see this, send it here. Mm-hmm. And it just starts building it up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And to a point where, like, I don't know. We don't know. Like, we've seen people with big tumors and hang off of them and stuff like that. So, like, we know something's going on there. But it's like, how do you get rid of that safely? And
it's crazy. What if the motherfuckers is actually trying to push themselves out and they just don't know how?
That's true, right?
That's why they rise to the...
Correct. They go, they're trying to get out, right?
That's crazy.
Maybe when they get to that point, that's when you're supposed to cut them and pull them out and then repair it. It kind of pulls itself out. I don't know. Am I a fucking surgeon today?
That's crazy.
Holy shit. This is not medical advice, folks. I just Edgar Casey that whole fucking deal right there.
Oh, for sure.
But that's from stuff I've heard, though. Those are podcasts. I've listened to podcasts that have talked about stuff like that. You know, cancers and cures for cancers and all these things.
I'm just winging it. So I'm like, what the fuck? But
so I have a little bit of information to throw out there. You know. So yeah, I mean that's me. I'm the jack of all trades, man. I listen to so much shit. I look at so many things that I'm able to take a lot of those and equate them to each other. You know what I mean?
Because even so much natural things out here that could cure us from cancer that they haven't really been trying to expose.
Right. Right. Like Shilajit and herbs and different things that we've never heard of until like a year ago. Yep. It's like, when was anybody talking about Shilajit ever in your life? Right. Until like a year ago. You know what I mean? Then everybody was saying it. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't heard about any of this shit.
Right.
Because that's what we were saying. That's what I was saying. I think I threw it on Instagram or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember where I saw this at. Or maybe I just saw it on Instagram. But it was saying something like, you know, like, I was talking about with the five senses. I think I was on one of those rants. That might have been where it was. I was saying, like, hospitals, right? Doctors don't promote the sun. They don't promote, eating better. They don't promote anything like that. They just want to promote pills.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got a pill for that. It's like, well, yeah, but you never even asked about my diet.
Right.
You know what I mean? You never asked me, like, what kind of eater I am, or what kind of, what do I do for a living? Like, what my health is. Am I active? Am I not active? We're not doing anything like that. They're just going, here's a pill, keep doing what you're doing. You're like, what?
Right.
But we've realized that it doesn't work that way.
Right.
Most of us have. You know what I mean? Like, some people, everybody still wants to run and get their pills here and there. You're like, oh, I got to go to the doctor. I get it. But if you're changing your life, you got to start, you know what I mean? Like, changing your life is a big part of it.
No, for sure.
Because it's like, it's almost like.
Because you're taking all that shit and still doing the same stuff.
Right. Because it's almost like if somebody gave you a new body because they were like, man, I think you deserve a new body. You're like, awesome, I got a brand new fucking body. And then you just go do the same shit and destroy it again. Like, we didn't learn. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't learn.
I'll take it back instantly.
Right.
Wrong person.
Exactly. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's what we're kind of doing in a way. It's like we're all there. We've all been doing, but we've been tricked into a lot of it. Yeah. It's not we're doing it because we
are content.
Right.
Stuck in their ways.
Right. We've been tricked into it. It's part of the matrix. It's part of the matrix.
Scared to change.
Right. Right. Exactly. A lot of scared to change.
Too comfortable.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They call that comfortable. There's a fucking complacent. Yep. That's a word for it too. Complacent. They become so complacent, and a lot of us do it. We do it all. We do it a lot. Everybody's capable. Everybody's done it. Everybody's been there. We've had our moments of complacement, and we're just like, we're stuck there. We're happy. We're not moving. We're not saying it. It's almost like I was talking earlier with the fucking going dark. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just go dark. You just complace from like, I'm right here. I'm not doing nothing else. So yeah, you're gonna have those moments or whatever. But there's some people that are stuck like that for their whole lives. Yeah, and that's where it's like. But I get it. If that's all you want, then hey, you lived a life. You know what I mean? You did it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'll be feeling that a lot.
But it's what you feel in your heart.
Because like a lot of my family feel like they're complacent,
right,
and content, just doing the regular shit that they do every day, 9 to 5.
They're the robots right now.
Literally,
they're the robots.
Like no ambition.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't even like go to them like for like feedback, info, none of that. It's like I got to go to the source or the the internet or peers, and that should be crazy.
Right. They don't seem to have the info you need.
It's like I be trying to wake them up slowly but surely, showing them little stuff like, look, man, you could do this, you could do that.
Right.
Oh, okay. Going back to doing what they normally
doing it the hard way.
The hard way.
Yeah. Yeah, they're stuck in their ways. Yeah.
So it's like so many people out here that's just like that, and it's crazy in a way.
Yeah, it's either when this switch situation and this flip goes, what's either going to happen is they're going to snap into, and they're going to kind of be like, oh shit, what the fuck was going on, or they're going to be so lost they're going to need us.
Yeah,
it's going to be one of the two. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's going to be one of the two. Because they say that we're going to start to get our memories back, but will they too, or are they going to take longer? Like that's what you know what I mean. Like that's where it's like all these upgrades are happening, but is there a point where we all just kind of get it? Is that the monkey effect? That's that monkey effect they say, the 100 monkey effect, where once you get enough people there, everybody can just go, oh shit, yeah, we just know that now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we just kind of bring everybody to a level. I guess I don't know. I don't know how that works. Not by expertise. Not by expertise.
Right. No, I feel you, man.
Nice.
It's hard trying to guide people. That's like you said, stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
They hear you, but
well, they'll listen.
All right.
Yeah, they'll listen to what you're saying. But a lot of times they'll just be like you said, okay, I got it.
Right.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Right.
Like I'm gonna do it my way.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, as at my age, everybody, you know what I mean. Everybody above me, a lot of them are like that. You know, some of them aren't though. Some of them are like, oh, I didn't know that.
No, for real.
And then they'll just be like, hey, yeah, that saves me time or whatever. It saves me this. Like, okay, I didn't know I could do that. So some of them are receptive, but yeah, there are those ones where you're just like, it's one ear out the other.
One ear out the other.
They're
You
not
don't even
tripping.
want to learn.
Yeah. They're like, I'm good with what I got.
Right.
Like, I'm good with what I got.
They could have had so much more.
Right. Life goes on. No, I'm just kidding.
It's crazy we both were saying something about
It was getting sad for a second there, folks. Sorry.
Yeah. No, for real. Yeah. That's a lot of sheep.
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is over the last couple of days, man, I've been saying the same kind of thing. Just talking to different people I was talking to, and that's why I shot that earlier about the kids. It's like that's the biggest fucking thing. Why are we not more angry about this as a society? But I was talking, and I was saying, fuck. I just circled myself out of it. I got high, folks.
Yeah. That happens here.
Oh, fuck. What was I saying?
That's the awkwardness and the intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like sometimes I get mind twisted.
Yeah, man. No, for real.
Instead of tongue twisted, I got mind twisted.
Right. For real.
That's why now I just stop. I'm like, don't even start saying some dumb shit.
Nah, I feel you. You be so much on your brain, and then some shit just blurt out. Like, hold on, wait.
Yep. And then I go to another thought, and then I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I meant to stay over there. It'll come back to me, or it won't.
It was. That happened to me earlier.
Yeah.
That shit happened to me earlier, for sure.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
But yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here. We talked about so we always talk about, growing up, we always talk about the 9 planets, right? In our solar system, and our sun is like the 10th, right? Technically, if you count just the 9 we have. And then they always say there's like a 10th planet out there somewhere that we don't understand and whatever. We've been learning that lately. But growing up, we just knew the 9 and the sun. But did you know there's a planet between Mars and Jupiter?
It's not a moon?
No. It's a dwarf planet. But it's a planet, and it's named, and it's called Ceres. Yeah.
Did I hear about that?
Like, when was this discovered?
Yeah, I don't know if I heard about
Like,
that.
how did we not learn about that as a kid?
Right.
But, like, everybody's like, I looked it up. Matter of fact, I'm going to pop it up on the screen for you guys.
So they're counting it as a planet now?
Yes.
So we officially have 10 plus the sun?
Right. Just with that. But technically, there's probably, like, a lot more
Yeah.
that we don't even understand. So, but that's the thing. It's like, when did this happen and nobody told anybody? You know what I mean? Like, it's not common knowledge like the 9 planets are,
Right.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we should have known that. There is another planet there. It's just a dwarf planet. Basically, it's the same thing that Pluto was. That's why Pluto got demoted. It's the same thing, but it's sitting right there between Mars and Jupiter. But nobody talks about it.
Right. That's crazy.
And the only and then I'm like I said, I'm gonna pop it on the screen so y'all can read it. But
How did they miss it for all them years before?
right. So they say, but the reason it isn't declassified in itself is because it's part of the, how there's a belt there, like a Kuiper belt they call it or something. That's a belt of asteroids in between those Jupiter and Mars.
I didn't, but I'm
Okay, yeah. Well, that's always been there. We've always known that there was an asteroid belt that was kind of in that area.
Okay,
that was
yeah.
there, right? Well, it's part of that, but it's the largest piece of that is this planet, which is the size of Pluto, right there. And that's why, like I said, Pluto was taken down, because out where Pluto's at, there's a lot of other ones that are the same size. That's the reason why Pluto got taken out. Was because they were like, well, if we count Pluto, we'd have to kind of count these other ones, because there's a couple that are a little bigger than that, and some that are the same size, and we'd have to count all of these. So are they hiding something from us? Right? By saying that? Right. Well, there's more shit out there, but because there's more shit, we don't want to deal with it.
We don't want no parts of that yet.
We don't want no parts of that, right. And then there's one the size of that in between Mars and Jupiter, and I've never heard of this until like yesterday. I looked it up yesterday and screenshot it and everything, and was like, it's real. How have I never heard of this until just yesterday?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that was, you know what I mean? I was like, I definitely got to talk about this. Like, who knows about this planet? It's just a random fucking planet chilling right there, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, when did this happen? I feel like, was I that blind?
I feel like I heard somebody saying something about they found a planet that could possibly sustain life, or was that a moon?
I think a moon.
I've been hearing a lot about moons. Not too many planets.
Yeah. That might have been a moon. I think I might have heard about that. That might have been a moon, where they said the moon. No, it was a super planet. It was like a super Earth or some shit.
Oh, word?
I think so. I don't know. I remember hearing something along those lines, but I couldn't be sure. I might be mixing shit up. I might be mixing shit up.
Damn, that's crazy.
So get you some coconut water. This is the first time I drank coconut water for real, out like a joint like this or something. It's different. And it's not cold. It's just room temperature. So
I think you gotta have it cold.
That could be a difference, but I didn't get it cold, and so I wasn't sure. So I just grabbed it because I was like, I'm gonna try something different for the show.
Right.
Since I knew we were gonna have a situation, I was like, I'm gonna do something different too. So I was like, I'm gonna go get coconut water. I never really drank.
Never had it before.
Never had one like that. Not like this. I probably, might have tried coconut for real or something somewhere or something. They crack it open and give you some.
All right, so go ahead and give it a nice little review real quick.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I was kind of thinking that I was like, I want to say what I'm thinking here. So yeah, so I got the one with no pulp, and
that's from who?
This is a Sprouts joint.
Okay.
Sprouts joint. So
shout out to Sprouts.
Yeah, shout out to Sprouts. But yeah, it's thicker than water, normal water. It's thicker. So I was like, okay, you could taste it, and it was more on it had a little bit of a syrupy type feel to it. Yeah. Like it was a little more, instead of water, it was like a little more on the closer to a syrupy side. Yeah, side. The taste, it was just like a light, sweet, bitter taste. It's like a light, sweet, bitter taste, but it's nothing like, it's nothing crazy. I didn't feel like, oh shit, what was that? I just kind of was like, okay, that's where we're going, So I wasn't expecting that, because when people were saying coconut water, everybody was always talking coconut water. Right. I'm just thinking it's water with it's like a fucking pina colada and some water. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I got you.
I'm not thinking it's going to be anything. So it's different. It's definitely a different feel, different idea there.
Right.
So yeah, but overall, no, I think it's fine, and I just feel like I should have made it cold. Next time I'll cold this thing, and then
I was going to ask. So
do next review on the cold and see if that makes a difference.
So you would buy it again?
Yeah, I'd be into it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, this was like $4 though, so yeah, I'm like, that doesn't want me to get into it.
Well, yeah.
$4.
The healthy shit. It's expensive.
Right. No, I get it.
To be healthy.
But yeah, that's why I'm like, no, I don't enjoy the price, so I don't think I'm going to get it a lot. But if it was like, easier to get or easier to deal with, I'd definitely get it.
Oh, I got you. I had coconut water like once or twice.
Yeah, I'd get it on a more consistent basis.
And I didn't like it.
To get.
I didn't like it. I can't even remember the brand, but it was disgusting. I spit that shit out.
You wasn't into it?
I'm like, damn, is this shit old? That's how bad it was. I'm like, nah.
Damn.
This can't be coconut water.
I did smell it. I was like, it doesn't really smell like anything. It's kind of just, it's a weird smell, but it's not like anything crazy.
See, I'm going to have to try a real coconut and drink it like that. To compare, to see. Because the way that people be making it seem on social media like it's the best thing ever. Like, come on.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't feel like that's the best drink I've ever had.
Right.
Or most refreshing, but
Right, we're
it's
not
not cold
the same
yet
shit you're
either. So
tasting.
I get you.
But-
I can give it that.
The thing is, though, they don't drink it cold neither.
Straight out the fucking thing, right? So I can see that. That's fresh right there. Boom. Hit it. It might be great. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, I may have had it like that once somewhere, drinking or out drinking, doing some shit.
You know what's crazy?
But I don't remember it.
I don't even see coconuts in the grocery store. I haven't seen it in the food line.
Put it in the comments, folks. Do you see them?
Have you? Did
I
you
don't
see
look
some in
for 'em.
Sprouts?
I don't look for them, but
I just remember seeing big old brown little balls just sitting
right.
in the produce section and shit.
I don't know. Next time I go, I'm going to look. I'm going to specifically look for fucking coconuts to see. Because you're right. I mean, I'm not looking for them, but at the same time, you don't always go like, oh, look the coconuts.
Right.
But I do that with avocados. I'm going to be like, oh, shit, they got some avocados. You know what I mean? You see the avocados, but you're thinking, right, where the fucking coconuts at?
Right.
You might have to go to a fucking specific store for that.
I was just thinking. Maybe a giant.
Caribbean store or some shit. One of those Asian stores or something.
Oh, yeah.
Little fucking bodegas. Bodegas might have it.
Yeah, possibly do.
But yeah, like you're saying, Food Line, Giant. I don't ever feel like I've ever felt like I was like, hey, look, there's a coconut. I don't feel like I've ever done that. Ever.
And I used to when I was a kid, I believe.
You think you
like
saw
I
them?
said, because they just
Wow.
look weird to me, like a little hairy little ball.
You're right. Have we ever had coconuts in the store, ever?
Oh, they used to be.
I'm going to ask my mom. Let's ask Mom. I'll get back to you guys next week.
For sure. Like I said, I haven't seen them out. Just out now.
You're right. I'm like, fuck, dude, where do you... Because I'm thinking if you could buy coconuts, people would have them. I don't ever see nobody with them.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
So where the fuck do we get all this coconut shit from?
Right.
Bomb droppers.
Imported coconuts.
It's all in these fucking... This and fucking your coconut fucking...
That's the only time I really see
Yeah.
or hear about coconuts now.
Where do you get this shit
Coconut flavored.
from? Right, everything's coconut flavored, but where the fuck does it come from? Because I've never seen coconuts in the store, folks. Am I being weird? Is this weird right now?
He says it's weird right now? Nah, you ain't the only one. I'm telling you.
Is this a Mandela effect? Some of us see coconuts, some of us don't.
I'm gonna have to go in there tomorrow and make sure I'm not tripping. For real.
You're going to go in tomorrow and there's going to be a big-ass display of coconuts. You're going to be like, I've never fucking seen this.
No bullshit.
I've never seen this.
I know bullshit.
You're like, I've walked in here fucking multiple times.
multiple times.
It's never been here.
multiple times.
Watch. It's either one or two things. It's not going to be there.
Grabbing
Or
strawberries,
it's gonna fucking be
bananas,
there.
all types of shit.
Right.
I've never seen it.
You're going to see them. Watch.
I'm gonna be mad.
Take a picture.
I might fall out in the fucking grocery store.
Take a fucking picture, man.
I might have to.
He's going to be like, somebody come look at this.
Right.
Somebody come look at it. Go live, man.
No
Go
bullshit.
live on them, man.
These were not here. Real shit.
Oh, shit. For real. Oh, because I've heard of people that happening to people where they'll say some shit like that, like, oh, yeah, whatever it is. And then they'll go back and they'll be like, wait, it is here. You're like, this wasn't here the other day, or whatever. They'll swear like some little corner store or something never existed. They're like, I drive past here for work for the last 3 years, never seen this store. And then one day I needed gas, and all of a sudden this store was here. And they're like, but it was never here before. I drive this path. Like they'll have that thought,
Right.
And they'll be like, how did you always miss this store? And then when you needed it, it was there, and now it's always there. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? That's that manifestation shit. You upped your level into a fucking world that had that store.
Right.
You just didn't realize you were doing it, So that's the shit they don't teach us. They don't teach us those things. That those are the things we can do. And then when shit happens to us, we don't even understand it. Because we're so
And the crazy thing is they got a lot of patents for shit like that too.
right. Exactly.
Controlling your mind and all that other shit.
CIA's put out a bunch of shit, right? They've released some files that said the CIA has fucking gadgets and shit that they can fucking control your mind with, right?
Control your mind.
Wow, folks.
Make you do all types of shit.
Yeah, and they've had it for years.
Yep.
So what does that mean? that they've had it for more years.
They said they got patents for jumping in your body and making you do shit that you won't remember and all types of shit.
Right, demonic possession. It's basically demonic possession. Right.
Crazy.
Manchurian Candidate. It's all real. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the MK Ultra programs, all that shit. There was probably like hundreds of programs that came off of that. MK Ultra is one of them that we probably know of. There's probably a bunch of them, that we don't even know. We still don't even know yet. So, I mean, we even know the military back then, I guess in the 70s or whatever, had that program where they were doing fucking remote viewing and shit. You know what I mean? They came out with the movie with it. And so they have a movie where the military had an actual military branch where they did remote viewing. That was what they were doing as soldiers.
What do you mean, like
Yeah, remote viewing.
Like they tapped into their opticals?
Yeah, they would just like go into a trance. They said they would go into there's a movie. It's called like Step Goats or We Step on Goats or some shit weird. Like I'll throw it on the screen. I'll find it for you guys.
'Cause I want to watch it.
Yeah,
I think I might have seen it, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. We'll watch it again with the info you have now, right? So it's like, so they'll go into a trance or whatever, and then they'll give them coordinates or something, and they'll say, whatever the coordinates are, and then they'll transport themselves to that coordinates, look around, move around, do shit, and then they'll be able to map it out. So like it's like intel. Then they can map it out and say, this is what that base looks like, and then now they got intel of how to infiltrate the base based on what that drawing was and everything like that. And they'd be like 88% accurate on most shit.
So my question is, do you have to sign consent? Do they need consent, or can they just jump in your shit?
Yeah, there's no consent. Not if it's the military and the CIA and all them. They're gonna fucking do whatever the fuck they want, right?
They sign their shit away.
But what I'm saying is, this was like a unit that they created.
Yeah.
And it was secret at first, but it came out that that they did this or whatever. And then they had people. It was different ones that they had doing it, and then it was teaching people how to like tap into it and shit like that, and to get people. And so it's like that's how we know we can do these things. Even they're doing it. You know what I mean? It's like if they can do it, any of us can do it.
I want to watch that tonight.
So yeah, and it's probably one of the ones. Yeah, you probably Prime or Netflix. It's probably on.
I feel like I've seen it though.
Because it's an older one. This came out in probably like 2010 maybe or something. So it's been out for a while.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen it.
Something like that. 2014 maybe or something. It's like 2010 feels like so fucking long ago.
No, for sure.
It's only 14 years ago. Like that's not that long ago. But it feels like ages ago.
Yeah.
You get that feeling too? Right. 2000 feels like fucking a whole nother world. This is a whole different world than what we fucking came from.
Right.
Yeah. Whole different world.
That Y2K sword.
Right.
Surge.
Something took off. Something took off around that time because ever since 2000, we just been going through all kinds of shit.
Kinds of shit. Yep. They they still thriving. Throw this at them.
Mm-hmm. Because here's one of the theories that in the 90s is when like this whole plan started coming together. Right, was because at the time they signed. They had to force the president at the time, which I think was Bill Clinton. They went in with a special ops team and the paperwork and all the shit, and they said they went in and they fucking held him at gunpoint, and he had to sign the paperwork to start all the new shit.
Bill?
Yeah, Bill Clinton. They forced him in like 96 or something like that to by gunpoint to sign this. And we'll let you off or whatever. You're free to go, but we're gonna start moving this fucking plan, or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I used to like Bill Clinton, but I don't.
Right. So they had to force him. We know he's one of the.
But I'm
bad
trying
guys.
to figure out, was he forced to do a lot of the things that he did, or was it just his will as well?
Right.
Because from what I was told or read up on, a lot of the Clintons then ordered a lot of hits on a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's a big thing.
Amongst others.
That's a lot of right. That's a big thing.
I heard they one of the top ones that be
right. They were probably the ones in charge of all that. You know.
But yeah, I'm wondering, was that forced or was that just his will as well?
Oh yeah, it's coming from higher. This is definitely, they got bosses. Yeah, they're just the puppets. You know what I mean? They're just the puppets we see. There's people above them, way above them.
So you think the only president that wasn't a puppet was JFK?
I believe he possibly was one of the last. Yeah, that was probably not a puppet. And that's why they had to do what they had to do publicly to disgrace him in a way. You know what I mean? But it also probably, it's possible he survived and that he used a double in that scenario in order to dupe them, you know what I mean, into thinking they got him.
Yeah, I remember.
So there's a lot of that too.
Yeah.
Like that's coming out now too, that they did put the CIA has been proven to put the hit on him. But it's possible that he knew and that he went along with it, but he put a double in place so that he literally was dead. And then he could
think that guy killed him.
He could just get away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of that happened too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that that's the truth, but that's another theory that we could look at, like knowing what we know today, that people use clones and all these different things. It's possible that somebody helped him get away and gave him a clone and said, hey, this is going to happen to you. Boom, clone gets taken out. You got to die. You got to go, bro. The world wants you gone. You know what I mean? But he might go to like a special ops unit now and help them and do some other shit, and he's got intel and things he knows. He's part of the plan now. You know what I mean? So, you know, he had to go underground to do the good things he could do from that point.
What was the guy's name that supposedly had killed him?
Oswald?
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Right. Exactly. Right. Patsy, right? Most people have kind of been like, yeah, he's not even capable. Like, he just didn't even seem like the kind of guy to do it. Yeah.
He had military background and all that shit.
Right.
But like, if you're not going to the range shooting on a regular,
right,
you're not hitting a moving
not
target
that shot like that. Right. Know how trained you are, right? You got to keep up your training. If you haven't done it in a while, it's not going to be the same. Yeah. You're not going to be that easy shots, right? Right. There's when you look at it logically and you really think about it, there's so many holes in it. But back then, no one paid attention.
And then I think I don't know if that was somebody in here. I think they said it was like 2 shots. They heard 2 shots. Or seen 2 shots.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Prim might have talked about that or something at one point where he was saying, remember he was saying like the driver turns and they could see like him, they see like a burst or something.
Yeah.
Because that's something I was watching the other day. It was a little thing on that. It was from the doctor point of view. So they were like going over like the autopsy shit. And so they were saying initially at the Parkland Hospital, the first one that they took him to right there in Dallas, they kept saying that there's a shot from the front because there was a hole right here, and then there was a blowout back here. So they were like, and that's a shot. You know, that could be a shot from the back, but could blow you out still. You know what I mean? But they were like, this was definitely from the front. That's what Parkland was writing. But then they said by the time they got to Bethesda, all of that got changed to 2 shots from the back through the Bethesda autopsy. But the Parkland autopsy says that they believe a shot was from the front and a shot was from the back. So they were already, that's where that conspiracy started, was because they were like, well, Parkland, you know, because then they were like, but Parkland didn't do the autopsy. That's what Bethesda said. Because Parkland tried to keep the body to do the autopsy, but under Secret Service rushed it out of there and basically stole the body.
They just basically did a visual
inspection. Did a visual inspection and came with the idea that they believed a shot from the front and a shot from the back. That was their initial assessment from visual. Then they were going to do the autopsy. The Secret Service swept up the body, ran it to Bethesda, and then they did the autopsy. So their autopsy became gold. Whatever Parkland said was just he hearsay, she say. And then, so it's always been that way. But that's where all those theories start to come from, is like, wait a minute, you know, like all this nefarious, we get it was the president, but come on, you know what I mean? Like, we should know what happened here. Why is there conflicting reports? Why is there this? Why is there that? You know, and so that's what keeps that alive, you know, is because there's so much mystery behind every fucking part of it. It's just, you know what I mean? It's interesting to people. It's like, fuck, how do we not know what happened and it's our president? Right. That's the big thing, I guess. Is it's like, it's our president. We should fucking know what happened. You know, and then they'll be like, well, we made 3 reports. We told you what happened. We're like, yeah, but we don't believe you. We don't fucking believe you.
Y'all been known to be liars.
Magic bullets and shit. We don't fucking believe you.
They've been known to be liars.
And now we know they're known to be liars. Right, exactly. You know, for a fact we know, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We knew, but now we know for a fact. If the world doesn't understand that at this point, where have you been?
Yo, remember when COVID was hitting and they were showing like the hospitals on camera?
Yep.
It was using the same hospitals.
Over and over, right.
Over and over.
Mm-hmm. It never changed.
Like it was different hospitals.
Right. But they were using them all over the different things, saying they were their hospitals, right?
Crazy
Shit like
as
that,
fuck.
right? It was so much, right? But it was,
They showed clips of dummies.
right, so many different things. And then everybody was dancing. Doing these fucking dances as nurses and shit. You're like, yo, if you were that fucking tired, you're not doing this shit. You're not setting this shit up. You're not doing this. What are y'all doing?
Then the fake shot they took on camera.
Because if it was that crazy, think about it when you watch a movie and they're swamped. Those motherfuckers ain't got time for shit.
Mm-hmm.
They barely got a time to take a 5-minute break in the fucking broom closet. You know what I'm saying? And talk to their fucking boyfriend or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you think that these people, these hospitals are fucking so beat down, then they got time to just do videos all day.
Right.
You're like, no, I wouldn't be doing. I'm going home. I'm getting sleep, and I'm coming right back because people need me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or I'm sleeping here
Trying to
because they
reserve.
got places there.
Right.
You can sleep. They would just sleep there, get their couple hours because people need me.
Right.
If it was really about people, that's what we would have saw. We would have saw how sleepy, tired, but they was still doing it. That's what we would have saw. Bomb droppers. I'm just saying, folks. That's all. I'm just.
Right.
So,
No,
Intox
for real.
rant. Intox rant.
No, for real though.
But I was out there too, though. I was working in those
Nah,
hospitals.
I know.
I was out there doing. I was hitting these hospitals, and that's what I started telling everybody.
I was
like,
asking you.
Yeah, I was like,
y'all
yo.
need masks yet?
Yeah, I was like,
Ah.
yeah. Some of them were like not even tripping.
Right.
Yeah, some of them were like, whatever y'all want to do is what y'all
Right.
want to do. And then most people, think about it, then most people didn't really fucking want to wear them.
Mm-hmm.
They get in there and it was just chinning it. You know what I mean? We're working and doing our shit. You're chinning it. Whatever.
Wearing it
People
the
come
wrong
by
way.
and,
Right.
yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like nobody was really,
Wearing the same mask.
yeah, it's like, right. I wore the same mask for weeks sometimes.
Right.
Because I was like, who gives a fuck?
Right.
I ain't doing nothing. If it got wet, then maybe. But if I just had to do some shit and it's like, it's not wet or nothing, I'm like, I use it a few times.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Started
Shit. But that's-
buying a cloth mask with the little designs on it
Right,
and shit.
right.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. It was like wearing like a fucking, like you've seen the photos of motherfuckers wearing like fucking panties over their face. It's the same thing, man. It is. It's the same thing. I thought that shit was. I was
No,
like, you're
for
right.
real.
It's basically the same material.
Yeah.
It's just not as tight on your face.
Right.
That's all it is. Oh man, that shit's crazy. But yeah, all the craziness, everybody, all the different shit. Think about all the different shit people were doing. You know what I mean? People were wearing gas masks.
Yeah, hell yeah.
People were fucking making contraptions. People were wearing whole fucking
Whole
body
bodysuits,
suits.
yup. I seen all
I
that.
mean, yeah, it's like you saw.
I ain't seen it in
all
person,
this.
but I seen it on TV. And
Yeah, right.
on social media.
Right,
and shit.
right. I would see people with a little bit of weirdness, but never nothing totally outrageous. You know what
I
I
ain't
mean?
see it in person.
Yeah, in person, there was a few people that I saw with different weird little masks or
Right.
contraptions, but
Right. Hawaiian punch
yeah,
bottles
just
and
nothing,
shit.
but nothing too outrageous where I was like, what the fuck? It would just be like a modification.
And they'll
of
have a
some
mask on, but the kid don't.
shit.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, that's the craziness too, right? The kids at the time, what the fuck were they thinking? They're like, holy shit, muzzling me now and shit.
Right.
They don't know. Yeah, I thought about that at the time. I was like, man, I wonder what these people with young kids feel right now, because I'd be probably fucking going out of my mind right,
Right.
now.
Right.
If I had young ones, I probably would have been, because just having the ones I had, what was that, 4 years ago? So yeah, I had a 14 and an 18 or something like that. So I still had kids in the house.
Right.
Well, it's still fucking there now.
Right.
Still fucking there, but yeah, I had kids in the house, and I'm like, I'm outside all day. They're sitting home at school or whatever it is, but I'm like, I'm outside all day, and then I gotta go back home now, and then I gotta, you know what I mean? It was like, what? It was just weird, man.
He was paranoid and shit. Had to run straight to the shower.
Yeah, I always went straight to the shower. When I got home, I go straight to the shower.
Right, put the clothes in the bag.
Yep, go straight to the shower. I did that for a little. I mean, I went straight to the shower every time, but like, yeah, after a while, I was like, man, I'm not worried about these clothes, man. I'm like. If it's on these clothes, it's on these clothes at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like I just ran to the store and I can, you know what I mean? It's like I am out there.
Right.
I'm at different hospitals. I'm around different patients.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I can't. It's going to be on me at some point. If it's on me. You know what I mean? It's like if that's how it works, I cannot do anything about this. I kept it separate still, but it was like, that's the only part. I was like, how do you hide it from your clothes? Your clothes are just going to have it somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, if you believe in that, you know.
Yeah, because they didn't know if it was airborne or what.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you couldn't touch nothing. It was
right. I was like, but I'm at hospitals touching things all day.
Right. You got to take the mask
Yeah, I'm
off.
constantly washing my hands, constantly doing it. Every time I do something, every time you know what I mean? If I do something else. You know what I mean? You were back and forth a few times, you know what I mean? But otherwise, yeah, you know what I mean? You kind of knew. You're like, I'm touching this. I'm right here. I can touch this all day.
Right.
Because I'm just right here. Nobody else is here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whatever. You figured that out. You know what I mean? But it's like, if we're all in this place, then we got to all make sure we're all not, getting too weird.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, there was no real 6 feet at work sometimes.
Right, of course.
Even at work. It was like, come on, man. We both got to work right here. You're right there. I'm right here. The electrician be working over there. I'll be working right here. You know, they had a little sign, 2 people to a room or some shit. You know, keep a distance. It's like, it's a job, man. If I got to do a job, I'm going to come do my job. You know what I mean? They end up being 3-4 people in a room. You know what I mean? It's like, we be talking too. We're like, fuck, man. Yeah, like I said, half of them fucking chinning it all day. You know what I mean? Like, no one's fucking really.
To make us work harder and longer.
Right. Exactly.
Fuck out of here.
It's like, man, I'm just doing, because it would be like, man, I'm not going to wait for them. I'm just going to go do my shit. Like, y'all mind? I'm right here, man. Just gonna do my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Beep, beep.
Right.
No, for sure.
Yeah, man, I think it's like, as we really looked at it, man, a lot of it was just, you know what I mean? Like, we knew it was a joke. But you know, the ones who were calling science kept trying to say it wasn't. And then it was like, what do you believe? You know what I mean? Do we believe what we see?
Right.
Like I talked about earlier, we can't really trust what we see, but we were like, do we believe what we see? You know, we couldn't do that. They kept telling us otherwise.
Right.
So it was like, everything was so conflicting, man. But that's what they wanted. They wanted the confusion, you know, because the rest of it, you know, some of us wouldn't get it. Some of us would just comply. Right. You know, and I did to a point. You know, I complied as much as I could to a point. And then I was like, man, I'm not doing all that.
Right. Right.
Yeah. You had to draw a line at some point and be like, come on, you know. Because it was like remember going to a restaurant. So you'd go to the restaurant with your mask on.
But you could take it off to eat.
But once you sat down, COVID couldn't find you and you could take your mask off.
Right.
But if you got up, you had to wear it.
You had to wear it.
To the bathroom, to walk back out. But at your table, you were good.
Right.
As long as you were eating.
Crazy.
And I'm like, what? Like, if it's in the air, I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Whatever. I get it. You know what I mean? It was just, it was a lot. But like I said, and then they were just confusing us with so much shit. You know, and every time somebody would try to tell us something, they go, no, that's wrong.
Right.
But like, wait a minute, we haven't even checked it. We haven't even tested it. Right. We don't know what's going on here yet.
Right.
You know, it's like,
you heard about the lady, what's her name? Maljory or something like that. She's in the seat. She got one of the seats, and she tried to call out Fauci.
Marjorie, yeah. I think Marjorie Green or something like that.
Yeah, she was like, I don't respect you as a doctor. You're not a doctor.
Oh, yeah, the other day, yeah. Yeah, and then they tried to like, hey, respect him and da-da-da. And then they looked in the thing and they were like, actually, it doesn't say you have to say any of that. But they were like, it's not nice. but
Right.
you don't have to respect his doctor title while he's in that seat.
Crazy.
Yeah, the one guy was like, he was like, that's actually not a thing. Like, she can do that.
That's wild.
But yeah, she was like, no, I'm not calling you that.
Right.
Yeah, that was interesting. That's what I'm saying. I was posting that. That's what I said. I posted on May 24th. So this was before that. And I showed in there that NIH had said a bunch of shit. Dr. Fauci had lied. And da-da-da. Fucking 3 days later, he's fucking talking in the fucking thing. And
Yeah.
of course, everyone's like, he's lied.
So did they charge him or anything?
No, yeah. That's just a hearing. Could they put charges against him at this point? Yeah, I'm sure. Somebody probably will. You know what I mean? Somebody out there is probably writing up shit right now. Lawsuit, trying to put it together, I'm sure. Like on a world stage. But I'm sure, I'm sure there's things that could come out of this. I'm sure, definitely. So, yeah, I think it's, again, like everything else, it's a trigger. It's a trigger to trigger some more shit. So we'll see. Right. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But, yeah. If it's, like I said, if it's coming out now saying all that shit was bullshit, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, you know? What are we going to do? Yeah. We got to do, hopefully we can do something. You know what I mean? Which we will. We're like I said, I think the world is working on it. It's just the little things as we go. You know what I mean? We'll start to see it. We'll start to see it. More things are being exposed every day.
Right.
So, yeah.
Indeed.
Yep. I think we got 3 more levels of consciousness today. So that means today and beyond, we're going to start to see more. Yeah. That's kind of what that means anyway. So, yeah. So starting today, you should start seeing more shit. Whatever you're seeing, you're going to see a little more. Right. So, yeah, that's cool.
Random question, off topic. Have you ever seen ghosts before?
Ghosts? I'm going to say no. I don't feel like I've ever seen an apparition or like something. Have I seen things maybe unusual? I might have seen 1 or 2 things unusual here, like I said, something move or just something weird, shit like that. But I don't feel like I've seen a specific ghost.
I got you.
There's been moments where I've been like, that could have been a ghost. You know what I mean? Like something happened. I don't know what happened, but that could have been a ghost. Right. So I've had those moments. My daughter has talked about she might have seen them before. She might have seen a ghost before. But so she has a different perception than I do because I never saw anything. But like I said, I saw.
Was it a one-time thing, or she said she
no? I think she said like it comes around a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, like she felt like it was around a little bit. But that's what I asked her. I was like, is it doing anything? She's like, no, I just think it's here. And I'm like, okay, like it's not doing anything. So I'm like, maybe it's something she needed to see. Maybe it's, I don't know. So it didn't
scare.
It didn't scare her to the point where she was fearful of it. She was
Even
just
the
like,
first time?
She was just kind of like, Dad, I think I saw a ghost. And I was like, what do you mean you saw a ghost? I was like, you saw a person? And she's like, I don't know what, I'm trying to think of the way she put it. I think she more felt a presence than it was like a shape or a person. It was more of a presence. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, I would always tell her, I'd be like, well, you have ancestors and you have different people and, there's things that can, you can, I said, you might have spirit animals, you have different things. I said, so, you got to think about all that. It's not all scary, and stuff like that. So she was never frightened or fearful of it, waking up screaming or anything crazy like that. As far as I know, I don't remember anything like that. So yeah, but no, she definitely. Even now, sometimes she'll tell me. She'll be like, "Hey, I think that ghost is back," but I don't know if she's joking or not. Right. Sometimes, you know what I mean. Sometimes she might just be joking, but because she's seen them before, you know what I mean. And I'll be like, "What do you mean? Like something move, light flicker? What are you talking about? Like." So sometimes I'll just ask her like, well, what happened? What made you think that? But we have a cat too, so the cat's supposed to get the spirits out the house, they say. So
yeah, I heard about that before. Or they could detect them or whatever.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she can just feel them. You know what I mean? She can just feel they're around.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what her powers are yet.
No, I got you. I got you.
But yeah, interesting.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, we can start wrapping this thing up.
Most definitely, man.
Damn, we had a good time.
Definitely.
We had our ups, we had our downs.
For sure, man. Regular day shit.
High moments, awkward moments.
Indeed.
Yeah, appreciate Rich Blakk stepping in for Bdot.
Yeah, man. Bdot twin.
Yep. Right. A perfect fit, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is Slim Bdot.
Yeah, Slim Bdot. Bdot baby.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely, man. It's been a pleasure, man. For sure.
Yep. PPE music, always. You see it on the screen. I throw it up there. So
IMG.
IMG. Yeah, I'll put his shit on the screen this time too. We'll have it on there. And the other shit I said I'll throw up there. I'll get it up there. We'll figure it out. You know how I do.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, we did good. We got a show.
For sure.
We scraped one together, folks. 78. Wrapping it up. All right.
Yeah.
Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
Bdot baby. It's like, no, Rich Blakk.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
Already.
Awkward Intelligence.
Just smoking vibe.
This is Awkward Intelligence.
Just smoking vibe.
Awkward Intelligence.